that believers are true. Scientists representing the world's foremost research.
The hell you say? Wolfman's got arms.
If I ever had a pet monkey, I think I would spray paint him.
This one puts grape juice all over your pets in the house. He's known as Dog's Radar.
Why does that make me think that would be like a Nazi experiment?
I'm appalled by your ignorance, sir. He looked at me with his peanut eyes and his corn kernel smile, and I knew it was monster. Are we going straight to hell? I got the vapors. Just hearing you say that, Mr. Chris. I'm gonna die.
Paranormal Weeks. I'm Chris,
I'm Chad.
and together we're a paranormal guys. See, I was ready for it that time.
I think so.
I went in and did the upturn happy sound.
Good
voice.
job, Chris.
Yay!
Yeah, you've had time to practice.
I've been practicing it for like 3 months now.
You talk to yourself while you're sculpting.
I do.
Good job,
I
sir.
sit there and I do stuff and go, and we're paranormal guys.
Excellent. Listen to voice work by Susan Blue.
I do. So, if you haven't figured it out by now, we're back.
Yep, we are after a hiatus.
Extended vacation.
The holidays.
I like to see it as we act like our podcast is a show on BBC.
I feel like
You get like a year or so of episodes, and then they just disappear for like a year, and you forget about the show. Then all of a sudden they come back and do like 2 episodes, and they disappear for 6 months.
I was gone because I was battling the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Right.
Pestilence and death and whatever the others are.
Pestilence ponies.
But yeah, my little pestilence pony.
Oh, poor little pony. She can't hear. Oh, so yes, we're back. Just various reasons. If you actually like us on Facebook, and if you don't, you should. Shame on you. You know why we've been gone. Just so
Yeah,
we'll leave her there.
we're still going though, and hopefully Chris will get some more episodes up on YouTube.
Well,
Because I know people have started to really watch those. We're getting comments. We
That's
like
right.
to delete the ones about terrorists, but
yeah.
the rest are pretty good.
If you leave a racist or bigoted comment of any type, it will not appear for very long.
Chris filters that.
That's right. Life's too short to hate, man.
That's right. Hate's a harsh word, brother.
It is. Strongly dislike. That's
I
what I like to
don't
use.
care for.
There you go. Even better.
That's right. I don't care for going out and stepping in Sasquatch feces.
We're not field investigators.
No, but, it sounds good.
We do our investigation behind a keyboard
Well, I used to be a field investigator.
for ghosts.
I retired. Oh, anything.
Ghosts don't jump out from behind a tree and like snap your arm out of place.
Ghosts, homeless people, whatever we found when we were out wandering around.
Oh, fair enough. So, Chad,
Yes.
what's up with you?
Well, I don't know. Flu. I had flu over the holidays. I got a respiratory infection, and I'm still dealing with all this wonderful stuff from my grandmother passing. All the depressing stuff. But I am excited that Crypticon's going to be back in Frankfurt this year. I talked to Jeff Byers, the Creature Replica. They've got a really cool statue that's going to be coming out in conjunction with Bob Gimlin. I know there's a lot of good cryptozoology. Seth's got, his Kickstarter's running.
going on right now,
all the new movies getting ready to come out soon. And Gene's got that Dogman statue that you can get in on if you're a backer on the Kickstarter. So, there's lots of good stuff going on right now.
Well, and speaking of that, Chad, I think we're going to start trying to do a new little, I guess, segment on the show. I haven't came up with a snappy name for it yet. That's usually your field.
What's happening? No, wait a minute. That was a show.
But Yeah, and it'll be kind of just like some of the stuff you were talking about is if you know or you have any kind of book or convention, any kind of paranormal just happening.
Nice pictures you like to send us.
There you go.
Whatever.
Just, we're going to start a little segment of just kind of announcements almost, like the paranormal corkboard.
Mm-hmm.
The paranormal street post.
Sure.
Light post. What are those called?
Robot.
No.
Oh, that's in like Africa, South Africa or something.
Light post. Telephone pole.
Mm-hmm.
Words are hard. So, telephone pole. It'll be like the paranormal telephone pole.
Why would it be a telephone pole? Would it be more like a signpost?
No. You know how people go around and like Bardstown Road telephone pole?
Billboard.
Billboards have one thing on them.
Informational board in a cafe.
I hate you.
Whatever.
We're just going to news and announcements.
Okay, fine.
Not news, announcements.
Announcements, news.
News is still separate.
Well, you're doing the news. I'm just going to pitch in today.
So anyway, if you have or know of any kind of news about a convention, paranormally related, hopefully, book, movie.
Or if you're an artiste.
Or if you're an artist, would just say, hey, go to my webpage and look at my cool pictures. Mm-hmm. Just hop on the old Paranormal Guys website and shoot us an email at theguys@paranormalguys.com, and we'll throw that up on the show.
Absolutely. And before we talk about anything else, I'd like for everyone to check out Cryptid Crate too. They're not a sponsor of the show. I want to point that out.
Not yet.
But Cryptid Crate's got some cool stuff. They even sent some more business cards out. Just said, hey, if you want to send them to us, we'll send them out so people can check out the show. But they've got some really neat stuff.
Loch Ness Monster cookie cutter.
That's right. So if you're into cryptids and you want a little surprise each month, then you should definitely check out cryptidcrate.com.
It is pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
But yeah, like you said, I know, was it Thursday night? Seth kicked off the Kickstarter for his next, is it 2 or 3?
I think it's the next 900 movies that he's going to be doing.
Probably at this point, because I think the Kickstarters go until the end of February, and within 8 hours they met their goal. So yeah, I think Seth is funded for the next 12 water worlds he wants to make.
Yeah, check out smalltownmonsters.com. The information's there. Also, check them out on Facebook. You can find out all the details. They've still got plenty of Kickstarter packages for you to sign up for. You can get Gene's statue. You can get copies of the movie. You can get posters, magnets. I think Seth's thrown in some locks of his beautiful hair. The one on his beard hair, not his head hair. He won't give that up. No. Mm-mm. But so definitely check that out. Seth makes good stuff. Very good, high production quality. He's becoming the next Spielberg, possibly the most important director of our generation.
He is. I mean, he does have that Cryptozoologist of the Year under his belt.
That's right. I've seen him on a shirt. He must be famous.
If you're on a shirt, you've made it.
I'm fully aware.
But completely unorganized because, we're not officially starting it on this show. But I know since the last show, Lauren Coleman has a Mothman book that's came out.
He does.
Lon Strickler also has of words are hard. Phantoms and Monsters has a Mothman related book that's it either is out or is almost ready to come out.
A lot of activity with Lon here lately. Book, and he's got that show, and so definitely check out Phantoms and Monsters too. If you're like us and you love cryptids and creatures and strange things that go bump in the night, and you want to make Chris scream because he thinks black-eyed kids are peering through the window.
They might be.
Hey, I have a great idea. Let's talk about it while we're here right now.
Sure.
Do you remember Homies?
Yes.
The little figures.
Yeah, those little figures
that you would get out of the gumball machine.
The G cool little kids in their backwards baseball caps and stuff.
I'm thinking right now, because I'm throwing this out there because this is our idea. If you steal it, we'll know you stole it.
It's already copyrighted.
That's right. I think Chris, with his talent, should make us black-eyed kid versions of Homies, and we'll have little gumball black-eyed kids. I think we should put them in a fishbowl.
Is that my talent? Is that just I have black paint and a paintbrush?
No.
I could get Homies and paint them. Oh.
You have to design each one of the little black-eyed kids. They can't all be exactly the same.
I just don't take Homies that I buy off eBay and paint their eyes black.
No, because I don't think a lowrider t-shirt on a black-eyed kid is going to work out.
You don't know. Maybe they wear that.
I don't know. They might.
So I've got to design little
We need little tiny
little
black-eyed
tiny
kids.
black-eyed kids.
That are, like gumball prize size.
That's really small.
No, they're about that big. I had some homies.
Like an inch?
Yeah, I don't know. Where have you been getting your measurements from?
I'm just ballparking.
Jeez.
So you're saying like,
Well, yeah.
Bigger than what were those pink wrestling guys? Muscle?
Well, yeah. Well,
bigger than them?
Use this as your scale. My little tiny hand, delicate as it is, I always know that this is a Star Wars figure. This is 3 3/4 exactly.
It's so sad.
I know. So just scale down from there. He's going to come up to about Luke Skywalker's
Tell me
knee.
this. Okay, that's what I was going to say. Is
Yoda.
Give me anatomical
Yoda size
proportions on a Star Wars figure to how tall they should be.
Think Yoda figure size.
So Yoda. So
Yoda was a little smaller than a Jawa.
So Luke's thigh. Because Yoda's taller than Luke's knee.
Whatever. You know what I mean. Make it work.
Probably about the length of a snowtrooper's blaster that came with him.
Glad you know what those are like.
I know all about stormtrooper blasters.
I know you do. Schooled me one day when we were at work. I think I passed out for a minute.
Whatever. So anyway, yeah, we digress.
Exactly. What was this show about again?
Black-eyed kids? I don't know.
The toys that made us.
So hey, we're back.
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
In the words of Dan Aykroyd, we're back.
You probably got to work by now and didn't get to listen to any of the actual show.
Wait, was that right? Was it Dan Aykroyd or Bill Murray that said that? We're back. It was Dan Aykroyd, wasn't it?
That's part 2. I don't pay much attention to that.
Okay, anyway, we need to get back on track. We're getting way... this is going to be the... Oh, hey, they have a new show up at...
What's funny is Chris is going to edit most of this crap out and nobody will ever hear it.
Ever. We'll be the only 2 people that know it ever happened.
Outtake.
No, I'm not even editing this show. I'll run it through a compressor or something and go, yeah, sounds great.
Awesome. All right, Chris.
Tag the theme song on, put her on whatever we use.
Thank
SoundCloud.
Thank you, William Blanchard.
Musical genius.
Musical genius.
Oh, speaking of,
I want
to put that out a little earlier than normally we talk about William Blanchard at the end of the show. But for those who don't listen all the way to the end, first, shame on you. Second, William Blanchard is the gentleman that writes the music, which we use here on the show. But he has some really amazing stuff, and he posts most of his stuff on
YouTube.
YouTube is where a lot of it is. And he has been using the YouTube monetization system on there. Mm-hmm. Well, about a week ago, YouTube came out and hit everybody with a Nerf bat. It's apparently like unless you have 1,000 followers and something like 4,000 hours of content or something crazy on YouTube, they're not going to let you monetize anymore. So they're going to take away any kind of monetization that Bill can get from his music on there. So if you get a chance, go to YouTube, look up William Blanchard, like him, listen to his stuff, just subscribe to his channel. Do us a favor, do him a favor, do everybody a favor.
Good job, Chris.
Anyway.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it kind of stinks.
Why did you just draw a vulgar picture on the back of your paper?
I didn't.
Let me see it.
No, it's not vulgar.
No, let's see it.
What? No!
You're acting like Myra right now. What? No, I didn't do it.
It's just a guy with a mustache.
Turn him upside down.
Now what is he? See his long nose? It's right there. Anyway.
Oh.
Don't you worry about what I do over here. You just listen.
Well, Chad,
don't look.
Before this gets completely derailed on us.
Crazy train.
Why don't we do a couple of quick news stories?
I'm here, buddy. Here to support you.
This first one's really quick, but it has a lot of oomph to it.
Did you double check these and make sure they weren't fake news?
I mean, does it matter?
Nah, I don't know.
And both the stories come to us from Cryptozoology News.
Oh, well, they're authentic.
Oh, and you know what they are? A pair of news stories.
Feel better?
I've missed my reverb button.
Yep.
So anyway, first one. A red Bigfoot is spotted in Illinois. A ginger.
Ginger Bigfoot.
Jonesboro, Illinois. A man in Union County claims he saw a red-haired Bigfoot. The anonymous man says he was at his house, located in the Shawnee National Forest, when the event took place. My pit bull was barking. I went to check on him with a flashlight, and the creature was standing there by the fence.
Did he spot a torn open bag of potatoes and a bottle of Irish mash laying over there beside it?
Standing there by the fence, he told Stan Courtney, BFRO field investigator, about the December 2015 encounter.
Well, it's been a while.
The man reports that the purported creature, which was about 20 yards away, began staring at him and the dog. Then he disappeared into the woods. The eyewitness described the biped as 6 feet tall and exhibiting red hair covering its muscular body. It looked like a football player, he said. Its face, he added, was hairless and leathery, showing a flat pub nose. I wonder if he meant pug nose.
I don't know.
And thick lips. Jonesboro, located in southern Illinois, has a population of 1,900.
That's a few.
There you go. End of story.
That was it?
That was it.
He jumped into his convertible with his other football player friends and drove away.
Yeah, I mean, 6 foot tall Bigfoot's not that impressive.
Red Bigfoot. Big Red Bigfoot with White Castles?
What?
Oh,
with White Castles.
Never mind. Just go ahead. What's your next story?
You got anything to add to the Bigfoot story there, Chan?
No, it was a Big Red Bigfoot. I wasn't there. I'm excited that it was red.
They don't know what that is in the South.
They don't, because they don't get Big Red
Big Red
Bigfoot in the
Bigfoot.
South. They have to go and drink their cola with their Crystal Burgers.
Wow.
Pop.
Anyway, next story, also from Cryptozoology News.
Mm-hmm.
Portugal women encounter a Neanderthal.
Uh-oh.
In Portugal, a woman claims she and her sister saw 2 Neanderthals.
Dos?
Dos. Wait, Portuguese. Is that still dos?
I don't know. I just said dos because I know what it means too.
The 83-year-old Sarah Destrella, resident told... Oh, wait, that's a town. The 83-year-old Sarah Destrella, thank you, resident told Cryptozoology News she and her sister were caring for a herd of cows when they spotted the 2 primitive men.
Huh.
I was 5 years old and my sister was 8, so this happened almost 80 years ago. We were in a remote area in the Serra de Estrela when we saw 2 naked men speaking a totally strange language. She said about the 1939 alleged encounter, then we saw them entering a cave. Well...
Naked men enter cave.
So you're in Portugal, you see 2 naked men speaking a strange language. I mean, not everybody speaks Portuguese.
Now look, I'm not going to say this story's not impressive.
Uh-huh.
But one time I stopped at a rest stop in between here in St. Louis, and I'm pretty sure there were 2 naked men that entered the rest stop. And I don't know what language they were speaking.
Were they Neanderthals?
They had unibrows.
I mean,
don't
after
know.
this story,
I could have seen 2 Neanderthals.
The following day, she explains, they decided to check out the cave with their sheepdog.
Okay.
But when we reached the cave, our dog didn't want to go in. He kept growling, and my sister wanted to go back. We could smell smoke that appeared to come from within the cave. There was an odd latexy smell. Later that day, she reports that
Halloween.
when they told their father about the incident, he became angry.
I bet.
Don't go to the man cave. He told us he already knew about the existence of these people. Oh, no. He said that they were the original peoples who survived in a few numbers, and they were still living in a primitive state.
They call them the Blue Oyster Clan.
I remember him saying that there were only about a half dozen individuals left. The wild people, as the women referred to them, were described as being naked and had a yellow skin color.
Huh.
In 2015, a man in North Carolina reported to have seen a 10-foot tall Neanderthal.
Mm-hmm. Was he naked?
Doesn't say. Neanderthals were a species of humans believed to have gone extinct about 40,000 years ago. Some people, such as a state trooper from Washington who claimed to feed ape-like animals, merely refer to them as Bigfoot. There you go.
All up clan and the cave bear. I don't know.
I mean, that's kind of... I don't know about Neanderthals. It sounds like you just have a
Sounds like you got some partiers.
happening club in the cave there.
There's a... Back then, we didn't talk about the nudist colony next door. Oh, man, why'd you stop? the hell's going on?
Neanderthals. That would more than likely be my children not listening to the don't do anything to make a lot of noise. So there you go, Chad. There was the Paro news stories for this episode.
Yep, sounds good. Buford Pusser.
Okay.
Standing Neanderthal.
And after the break, on this show, Chad,
yes,
what are we going to talk about?
I think we're going to talk about some sea monsters.
None of which on this one are from the sea.
Well, they live in water.
There you go.
There's dolphins in caves. No, we won't talk
Merman.
about those. Well, it could be merman or sea spray. Same voice actor, same voice.
But anyway, yes, we're going to talk about some very un-Nessie-like lake and or river monsters.
Groovy.
All right, welcome back from the break.
Hello. Hello.
Very excited, aren't you?
I am.
You like lake monsters.
I do. I like aquatic entities of unknown origin.
Exactly. Everybody does. I think that's why, anybody thinks of cryptids. Like, naturally, right now, the first thing anybody thinks is Bigfoot. But I think the number 2 go-to would probably be the Loch Ness Monster.
I thought they were thinking of currency. Oh, it's
cryptids?
Cryptocurrency.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, okay.
I don't read the news.
$100 million. $100 million.
Anyway. Chad's getting angry that he didn't come up with Bitcoin. or Facebook.
Wish I'd thought of that when I was playing Super Mario Brothers.
Amazon or...
Yeah, any of that stuff.
Right, so...
Continue, sir.
But yeah, I think, your second go-to on cryptids, I think is going to be Nessie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What about Mothman?
I mean, he's on the top 5, but
Mothman's
I would think
become
number
quite
2
popular.
would probably be Nessie still.
Yeah, I usually go Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, and then...
Meth Hog.
Meth Hog. Yeah.
Probably.
I think Meth Hog's right up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably right up there with your big ones, Bigfoot, Nessie, Jersey Devil, Mothman, Chupacabra, Meth Hog.
Yeah. I agree. Being from Kentucky, Meth Hog is just a leering presence over your shoulder every day.
Every time you step outside, is this when it happens?
I don't like to pee in the yard anymore.
Is this when the Meth Hog gets me?
Because the Meth Hog might be there.
But anyway, so in this one, Chad, when I was looking up the little creatures to talk about, I figured, everybody knows that standard old plesiosaur-looking lake monster.
Paddles. Yeah.
And North America has over 20 of that type just right here. Mm-hmm. So we're going with some that don't really fit that bill of the normal, finned, big-bodied, long-necked plesiosaur-looking thing.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
nice.
Why don't you go ahead and start us off with one there, Chad?
Well, we'll talk about one that I do enjoy the name of, at least.
What is it?
It's called the White Monkey.
White Monkey.
White
That
monkey.
monkey.
Don't ride the White Monkey. He's over the Saco River in Maine, one of your favorite places.
Maine.
You got your bat box from Maine, didn't you?
Yeah.
What about you got a bell too, didn't you?
I have a ship's bell wind chime. I have a old retired lobster pot buoy.
That's what we need, more ship's bell. The legend of the Saco River curse and the amphibious monster that lives in the river goes back to 1547. 1547? A tribe of Indians lived on the Saco Island, and they worshipped a river monster.
Ooh.
Sounds like something you should do.
I mean, yeah.
One night that year, 3 drunken sailors paddled over to the Saco Island, kidnapped a mother and child, and tossed them off Saco Falls. Believing that they'd survive the fall, well, they didn't. The husband just happened to be the tribe shaman, and he put a curse on the water, asking the river monster to kill 3 white men each year. The curse apparently worked. The waterfall was replaced with a dam. Damn you, waterfall. And hydroelectric power station in the mid-1900s. The river monster is sometimes called the White Monkey, for his human-like appearance but with webbed hands has been seen several times since 1547. Sometimes you hear him in the night saying, "Wah!" The most recent was in 1970, and in the 1820s, Joseph Smith, then 12 years old, saw the river monster. He would later go on to establish the Mormon Church. River monsters establish churches. The origin of most of our river monsters and sea serpents is unknown, but believed to be of earthly origins. There are hints that the white monkey may be an exception with extraterrestrial alien ties. Copyright.
Alien white monkeys.
The amphibious river creature has never been caught or captured on film.
You know, I think the shaman, why would you curse the water? I mean, the water is just doing its thing. Shouldn't he have cursed the guys that threw his family over the waterfall?
I don't know, but you know how they could have caught it. They could have just shocked the monkey.
Wow. All right, Peter Gabriel.
That's right. Or took a sledgehammer to it. I don't know. What you got, Chris?
Wow. Especially if he was on Salisbury Hill. Well, Chad, I'll see your white monkey with Henry, the giant eel pig.
Uh-oh. Well, do you think he might be related to the meth hogs?
Well, he might be, Chad, because Henry is in Harrington Lake.
Harrington Lake?
In Kentucky.
Ooh.
Like every large man-made lake in North America, Lake Harrington is known as an excellent spot for fishing. The lake contains a high number of different species of fish, including catfish, hybrid striped bass, crappie, and bluegill. But there is said to be one aquatic creature in the lake many fishermen hope to never encounter face to face. A creature known as the eel pig. Almost immediately after the creation of Lake Harrington, people from the surrounding area claim to see the eel pig swimming within. The creature is most often described as being roughly 15 feet long with a body like that of an eel and a skin tone or pattern reminiscent of a speckled fish.
Slathered in tartar sauce and barbecue sauce.
And malt vinegar.
Crisps.
It is said to be as fast as a boat at times, and also possess a stubby pig-like snout and a somewhat curly tail, which are both seen poking out above the water when the creature is in the area.
Oh, well. Truffles.
Some of the theories about the eel pig include possibly misidentified alligator gar or other species, a real pig that was seen swimming in the lake and misidentified as a monster, because, I mean, that happens. A simple prank that took on a life of its own, or an out-of-place alligator. While it's easy to laugh off at first, it should be noted that out-of-place alligators often turn up in unlikely places across multiple states. It is really not that hard to believe that an alligator made its way up the Mississippi River and eventually down the Kentucky River into Lake Harrington.
I'd believe it.
So there you go.
Any victims?
Doesn't say.
Oh.
I don't think Henry's killed anybody. I think he just kind of cruises around in the lake.
I mean, if you're a pig eel.
Like, hey, I'm an eel pig.
Or eel
Not
pig.
a pig eel. It's an eel pig.
That's right. The other one is reversed, so
That's
they have
right.
a harder time pooping.
So it has 4 legs and just a long body. It looks like
you're right.
It looks like a cross between a dachshund and a pig.
Well,
They're real long.
I'm surprised they don't sell those now with, like,
Get more bacon out of them.
make those and crocodiles.
They're hypoallergenic.
They are. You won't get sick, but you might lose a finger.
That's right.
Well, would you like to hear about another one?
Sure.
I have one right here.
All right.
It's the White River Monster from Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Or Arkansas. The White River Monster is one of Arkansas's premier mysteries. Since 1915, along the White River, the monster has appeared several times and has become a local legend. Sightings of Whitey
Nice.
began in 1915, but were sporadic until 1937. On July 1st of that year, Bramlett Bateman, good guy, good man, owner of a plantation, well, maybe not, owner of a plantation near the river saw the monster. He reported it as having gray skin and being as wide as a car and 3 cars long.
Wow.
So they began construction of a huge rope net to capture the monster. That's what I'd do.
A rope net?
Because they don't make those sticky traps that big. The monster had been seen in an eddy, so a driver was brought in to search for it. A diver. Anyway. However, Whitey was not captured, and construction of the net stopped because of the lack of money and materials. So they used up all the rope.
Catch Whitey.
In 1971, the sightings began again, and when someone reported seeing a gray creature with a horn sticking out from its forehead, other witnesses described it as having a spiny back 20 feet long. Later, a trail of 3-toe to 14-inch prints were found in the river area. Crushed vegetation and broken trees were evidence that something large had passed by. Then somebody found that pile of duty. And it was assumed that the tracks were Whitey's. In 1973, the legislation signed into a law, a bill by State Senator Robert Harvey, creating the White River Monster Refuge along the White River. The area is located between the southern point of the river and the northern point on White River, known as Rosie. It is legal to harm the monster inside the refuge. While there have been no recent sightings, theories about Whitey abound. It is hypothesized to be anything from a huge fish to an elephant seal, though none of the theories fully explain Whitey. So Whitey is the great white mystery.
Elephant seal in Arkansas?
Arkansas elephant seal.
I mean, maybe.
I hear they're good eating.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, just from certain individuals. Whitey's just out there flopping around, all 20 cars worth of him, or however long he was.
3.
I think
1 car wide, 3 cars long.
Something like that. 80 cubits by 40 cubits.
Well, Chad. To finish up our foray into non-Nessie-like lake monsters and critters.
Sea monkeys.
Yes. They're disappointing.
The world's largest sea monkey.
They don't look anything like the pictures of them.
I've never seen one drive a
on
car.
The picture. They don't wear crowns.
Fly a space shuttle.
One doesn't have blonde hair.
Barbecuing in the backyard.
No. Chad will finish her up with the Lake Chellan monster.
Chellan?
Like a Velen.
Yeah, damn near kill him.
Now, this would, Chad, I'm going to start you off and just tell you. You know, you come to face with like an alligator. Bad enough, right?
Yeah.
Well, what if the alligator had wings?
Holy shit.
Could fly and like attack you from the air.
Flying alligator.
Yeah. Lake Chellan is a 55-mile long lake and is said to be 1,400 feet deep.
It's pretty deep.
It's located in Chellan County, northern Washington. There have been many claims over the years of underwater caverns in the lake, that the lake is connected to other area lakes, and even some think there's an underwater connection to the Pacific.
Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Duh.
The Lake Chellan dragon is thought to be related to the Loch Ness Monster, who is believed to be a female. The dragon is believed to be the male, as it has the ability to fly. Local natives to the area have a long-running history with encounters with the Lake Chellan dragon. According to one legend, Native Americans discovered a devil living in its depths and tried to kill the beast by damming the lake, but the monster survived. Damn you, lake!
Flew away.
The creature resurfaced in 1892. According to a local newspaper, an unidentified young man was bathing in the lake with some very sharp jaws locked into his legs. The man screamed for help, and 2 of his friends tried to pull him out, but the hungry monster had other plans. After a life-and-death game of tug of war, the men dragged their friend onto the beach, with the creature still clamped onto his legs.
Oh, no.
The thing had the legs and body of an alligator, the head and eyes of a snake, a scaly tail, and bat wings.
Wow.
And though its skin was soft as velvet, the beast was impossible to kill. That's a sign.
Soft as velvet, but impossible to kill. Remember that song?
I do. The men attacked the monster with knives, rocks, and sticks to no avail. The creature wasn't letting go. Eventually, they gave up and let the creature have their friend. No. Eventually, they built a fire and dragged the dragon over the flames. Hey.
Flaming dragon.
That got a reaction. A bad one. The dragon flapped its wings and soared into the air with the man still in its mouth. Suddenly, it dived into the lake, disappearing along with its victim. So, here you go, Chad. Flying, snaky alligator monster.
Sounds like a KFC commercial. Well, that was pretty fascinating, Chris. Flying sea serpent monster dragon creature thing.
Yeah, so they don't all look like Nessie, Chad. Even the one they think is Nessie's husband doesn't look like Nessie.
It's like the murderous aqua bears of China.
Really?
They have little hearts on their chest. But they shoot out death.
Isn't that the Care Bears?
Yeah, maybe I'm confusing some stuff. I was sick for a while.
All right, so lake monsters.
Yep, pretty fascinating stuff. Like, we say, we just give you a little taste. We're not here to write a book.
That's what the interwebs is for.
That's right. You can believe it.
If you would like to know more, log on to Google.
The more you know.
Knowing's half the battle.
Okay, Google.
Huh?
What?
I don't know. You occasionally you say things that makes me think that
I might say more.
You're high or
on life. Well, Chris, where can they find out more about us and the
Google.
show?
Oh, about us. Mm-hmm. You know one place you can go to get high on life, Chad?
Glad you said on life. Where's that, Chris?
ParaNormalGuys.com.
Fascinating.
I'm pretty sure that we're up to date on the bills, so it should still be working.
I hope so. Yeah. ParaNormalGuys.com. You can also find us on Facebook.
At?
Facebook Paranormal Guys.
Facebook.com/Paranormal Guys.
That's right.
And Instagram.
And I don't keep it.
Paranormal Guys.
Yeah. You take care of that, right?
I try to.
Yeah. I still share stuff on Facebook.
Yeah.
Occasionally.
Yeah, so go to ParanormalGuys.com, listen to the show, see stuff when we put it up, if we do.
That's right.
That's the Paranormal Guys resolution for 2018. Actually do more stuff.
Yeah,
that we say we're going to do.
We've got things planned. It's just a matter of getting the ball rolling again.
But yeah, then check Facebook. Chad puts all kinds of interesting links and things there.
I try.
I'll occasionally throw something up there. Instagram, I'll occasionally throw a picture up there. And hopefully if we get the ball rolling on a few other little projects, there'll be quite a few more Instagram things going up there.
For those with busy lifestyles, we just let you dip a toe.
That's right.
You don't have to go swimming. You can just dip a toe.
Yeah, it's not a big time commitment to go to our Facebook or Instagram.
No, but you'll still enjoy it. ParanormalGuys.com is full of fun and adventure.
It is, and there's links there to Small Town Monsters and Creature Replica, and
let's not forget our good friend who does her music.
And William Blanchard's pages. And go, like we talked about earlier, go to his YouTube page, subscribe. Go to his Facebook page, like him, and that's at facebook.com/William Blanchard Soundtrack.
He's a musical genius.
He is.
Hopefully they'll hear from us again in
3 months, 4 months. No, a couple weeks.
Would that be a...
Oh, you want me to do the sign-off?
Yeah, you're supposed to.
Oh, I forgot about
that. What the hell's wrong with you?
Been...
You came up with it. You were like, yeah, I'm going to...
Shut up. Hey, at least on this show, I'll do... my little tagline. You didn't get either one.
The hell you say?
Crap. Have a paranormal weeks.
And I told it that it did not need to come in here because it's too warm for you because you have fur on your body.